Hey everyone, it's Laura Van Veen here with the Van Veen team out of Excel Realty, and I'm kicking it right now in my office. It is Saturday morning. It's going to be a wonderful day. I have showings lined up all day, and I also have a bunch of awesome information for you guys. So last week, I posted a bunch of stats from our real estate board, breaking down kind of what last year's stats brought. And we all know that it's been a crazy market, right? Everybody's like, oh my gosh, these prices are insane. I can't keep up. We're having a hard time keeping up too. It's crazy what things are going for right now. But is it? So I want to break down these stats a little bit and tell you what they mean. I'm going to do this in between my showings, in between getting in my car, coming in and out of the office all day. So whenever I have a split second, I'm going to break one stat down for you. So you got to keep watching all the different lives throughout the day. You got it? Okay, so here's your number one. This is the big stat that everyone has been asking about, right? This is the one that everybody's excited about, or they either love it or hate it, depending on which end of the spectrum you're at. So this stat is our 42.4%. This is the wildest year, guys. We're up 42.4% from last January for the price of real estate, residential mainly. You guys got that? Oh my gosh, 42.4%. So if you're a homeowner, you already own a home right now, give yourselves a round of applause because you've got a lot more market equity, market value equity in your home. If you are wanting to get into the game of real estate, guys, we're still predicting more increases, so you can still get in on some of that equity. But here's what I really wanted to talk about and break down in this short video before I go off to my first listing, or my first showing, is the then and now. So if you're that person who's sitting at your house right now and you're like, oh man, I really want to go and get a new place. I really want to upgrade my life. We have more family on the way. We're having a baby and I got to do this. Or maybe you're just like, hey, I'm sick of being cramped in this little house and locked in at home all day. I need a better place. Maybe you got the pin board all filled out with like your dream home and you're just trying to wait for a sign to go get it. I'm going to give you an actual financial reason why to do this and why it's a good time to do it. So everyone's going to say, okay, but if I sell my house for this much money, it also costs me way more to buy one. Yes, but here I'm going to break down a little bit of financial knowledge for you that if you don't talk to someone, you don't find out this stuff, right? So say right now you're sitting on a house that a year ago was worth $200,000, okay? So we're like slightly below the median price last year, okay? So say you're sitting on a house that was you have and you think it was probably worth about $200,000 last year. What's it worth this year? Right now, $284,800 by the math, by that 42.4%. So your value is up $84,800 that you could take and invest into another home, okay? So yeah, you got some more to put down, but then how do you buy? So say last year, this time, the house you wanted would have been $300,000. What's that worth now today? By the math, same stats, we're worth $427,200. So that's a bigger increase. That's $127,200 more that is worth by them sitting at home and paying their mortgage, right? Okay, so the increase difference, right? So the difference here that we're seeing is that you are actually, so between the $427,000 that new house is going to cost you now to the $284 and change that your house that you're currently sitting at is costing, the difference there is $142,400. Okay, so you're gonna have to pay $142,400, which that $84,800 is going to cover part of, right? That you made off your first house. So instead of increasing your mortgage by $100,000 from going from the $200,000 to $300,000 price point, you're now going $284,800 to $427,200. It's now $142,000. You're like, oh, see, Laura, I have to spend more money. But this is where I'm going to twist your brain a little bit on this, because you can't think of things just as point value. You can't think about how much you're spending. You have to think about the net profit value of that property and what that property is going to do for your bank account. Okay, so stay with me here. So that price of the dream home the one that was 300,000 and is now 427.2, it increased more, right? So what if you had bought it last year? You'd have more money in your equitable value right now, right? You would have a whole heck of a lot more because you would have made 127.2 on your equity this year instead of 84.8, right? So the property that you're sitting at right now, that last year was worth $200,000, it increased $7,066 per month last year if you did equal equations there. Now, obviously, some months it went up more than others, but that's what you're sitting at right now if you took the whole year and divided it. So you go, okay, it's like having another job that you sat on that your equity was realizing over $7,000 a month. But if you had bought the house last year that was worth $300,000, you would have made $10,600 a month. So did it really cost you more? Right? Because you're making more money every single month on your market value. So if you were to go sell that $300,000 house this year, you're going to make even more, right? And keep flipping it over and over and over. So right now, if you're sitting at that $200,000 house, you are losing $3,534 a month in market value within 1 year, every single month, by not making the move today. See how that works? I always say that you got to talk to the people who know, right? They don't teach you this stuff in school. So how do you guys start investing and how do you do better in your financial goals? You got to get a great team of people behind you. You got to get a great financial advisor, a great mortgage broker. You need to have a good lawyer. And you need to have a great, awesome realtor. And I know one. I'm a freaking great realtor and I'd love to help you guys out with that. So guys, think about it. Yes, you spent a little bit more money on your mortgage, but you're making more every single month in your equitable value. Okay? So that is how we make some money with our equity, and that's how we keep on trend and keep on top of this financial crazy journey in this crazy market. All right, guys, that's your first tip for today. So that's our first stat. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Keep looking today. I'm going to break down a bunch of those numbers, and I'm going to try to teach you how they can work for you today, okay? Give me a call. Laura Van Veen, part of the Van Veen team out of Excel Realty, and I hope you guys have a great day.